As always, thanks for your support. It's much appreciated. Today we're going to talk about holidays. We're going to talk about, actually, it's a birthday edition. I had my birthday a day or so ago, and it's really interesting the way that we do holidays in America versus the way that they do holidays here in the Philippines. First, let's start off by saying that I think holidays in America rock. And for me, living on the West Coast and in the Midwest, you know, when I was living on the West Coast, I love fall. It's one of my favorite seasons. And in the West Coast, fall is a little hazy. You don't have the change of season so much as you do in the Midwest and on the East Coast. And so fall for me meant the starting of NFL on the West Coast. When the exhibition games came on, you were getting into a good time of the year. At least that was my opinion. I'd be interested, as always, to know yours. But you had, the football season start, and then you would go into a piece of time that are for the best holidays I think are in America. And one is, of course, Halloween. I love Halloween. It's a chance for adults to, put on crazy clothes. I was often a doctor, one of my favorites, or I was a grape, or I was a doctor quite a bit. It's one of my favorites. Those free exams. Anyway, so you get candy, you just have good parties. It's fun. And Halloween in America leads right into one of my all-time favorite holidays, and that's Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving here in the Philippines, again, I'm going on 2 years, and I know some expats put out quite the spread, but Filipinos, as a rule, not so much, because it's our holiday, it's not theirs. And also, I miss turkey, you guys. I really do. I know a lot of my friends, Steve in particular, loves Subway. Me, not so much, because what I got at Subway was turkey sandwiches. So whenever I go back to America, I go to Subway more than once or twice or three times, and I get their turkey sub on wheat. Oh, it's the best. So fast forward, first time in this video, after you leave, like I said, Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving in America, I don't know about you guys, but for me, my brother in the Midwest, he would take me to his in-laws, and they were so kind and so generous. And oftentimes they would have two turkeys, one fried or smoked, and the other one cooked regular, two pies, homemade chips. I mean, just the whole 9 yards. It was a great time. And being a guy or single guy, even with a couple, it's, what do we do? I often offered to clean, because we should do that. And I would obviously bring a dish. However, it's a great holiday for a guy. Then that takes us to what I want to talk about, the differences between America and the Philippines. I was warned, I was told by multiple people, the big difference between Christmas is going to be crazy in the Philippines. They start in September, and the music, and, it's just, they love Christmas. Yes, they do. My observation, at least in this province in Cavite, I have friends that they start the same time as people here do. Maybe not the incessant Christmas music at the mall. However, I have people in America, especially during and after COVID, that started, at Halloween. They would start taking their stuff down at Halloween or before and getting it ready. And then in the run up to Thanksgiving, they were getting the trees ready, getting all of their recipes ready. And in a perfect world, when I was on cue in Silicon Valley, I was done with Christmas shopping in August, September, because I wanted to enjoy Christmas. I wanted to go to the parties. I wanted to, enjoy the good cheer without having to worry about spending money. So again, fast forward, second time, to the Philippines. And yeah, I think that they're into it, but into a different way. I still believe, because of the religion, There is a heavy, heavy Christmas here. However, one thing happened here that made me sit up and notice. In America, I don't know about you guys, but I worked for companies or by myself, my own company, where I would take time off. Oftentimes my friends are taking 2 weeks off if they're not in retail. Here, I didn't see that so much. I mean, I actually have Filipino friends that worked on Christmas Eve and worked the day after Christmas, and they put some serious out. Now I get it all. They got to make the pesos. However, it wasn't what I expected. Not in a bad way, not in a good way. As always, I'd be interested to know what you think, the differences that you see between Christmases here and Christmases there. Now, I think that they're really into giving, and one of the biggest presents that I saw that people giving, and this is so interesting, is pesos. Those little envelopes that you put 50 pesos or 100 pesos or coins in. What do you want for Christmas? Oh, I want pesos. Okay. In America, I was a gift buyer, especially if you had kids or my nieces and nephews or whatever. I would know what they liked. When my nephew was growing up, my sister hated me. Why? Because I'd buy him marching band drum equipment. I would buy him cymbals. One year I bought him a police hat that actually had a siren on top. Yeah, my sister, he would open the gifts and he would, oh, I love this, uncle. And she'd be giving me the stink eye, which I was okay with. The point is that I think that they're similar, in my opinion, in the way that they're celebrated. Now, excuse me, now let's get down to what I really find different, and that's birthdays. Look, birthdays around the world are different in the way they're celebrated. In Jamaica, they throw flour at you. In Mexico, they hit piñatas, which I really like that one. I mean, they're all a little different, but they're all kind of the same. In America, when it's your birthday, you get taken out. Here, on your birthday, you take people out. I remember talking to my girlfriend on her birthday, and I sent her things, of course. I'm like, well, what do you do on your birthday? She goes, oh, I'm taking out my friends from work. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, oh, yeah, I take them out, through Shakey's or McDonald's or wherever. I'm like, they don't take you out? She's like, no, that's not the tradition. The tradition is you take them out. And I'm like, and I still, to this day, I have a hard time with that. With that being said, my party over the weekend, we had about maybe 30 people, somewhere in that area. And it was a real nice mixture. I'm going to put some pictures up of expats and neighborhood people who I really like a lot. Some of them they're great people. But I paid, and even on with my girlfriend, we went out to dinner one year, and she's like, do you want me to pay? I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to pay, because it's ridiculous that, that it's my birthday and I take everybody out. But it's just the way it's done. And, what's funny about all of I'm trying not to complain, because I'm really not. It's just different. The party that I threw, they closed the restaurant down. And actually, they're my friends too. They closed the restaurant down. And even with really nice, with drinks, I brought the booze, Lawson Smooth Scottish whiskey. And, but with drinks and with food and good food, I paid maybe 5,000. I paid 5,000 pesos and a little more with tip. So it was really affordable. And I didn't mind. And I didn't mind one bit. And it was, Steve brought a cake. The restaurant got me a cake. My girlfriend got me a cake. So we got lots of cake, just what I need. However, I just find it interesting that here, you take people out. There, they take you out. What's your thoughts on that? Have you seen that? Do you, I don't want to say buy into it, but on your birthday, do you take people out? I know a lot of people who do. Tell me your thoughts. This is Rich in the Philippines saying thanks.